Formula One. A new season and a new dawn as a brand new team lines up on the grid. That means an even harder challenge to secure that coveted championship silverware, as the on-track action is turned right up to 11. We're ready for excitement ahead as the teams return to the drawing board in the battle to end Red Bull's dominance. They'll need to...
Welcome, my name is Reigns, and this is finally the main career mode. We've had the 1.6 update come in, and it's made me realize that the Andretti career mode is going to be restarted. I'm going to restart it, but I'm not going to do it with Andretti. I'm going to do it with something different. I'm going to take a little leaf out of Formula E. I don't know how many of you follow Formula E, but I could take a leaf out of Formula E, and I'm going to use that as a basis to set up everything. Now, Automotive Legacy gets us into this scenario. This is a scenario that gets Automotive Legacy. Now, the parts of this I agree with, other parts I don't agree with. So what I will do, I'm going to go original, and to reveal, but probably you will get revealed, which team we are going to be. There is basically two options. One I spent a long time on, and the other one I spent even longer on. One was restarting Andretti, use the logo that I created and I spent like an hour on. Or use Maserati. Yeah. Maserati logo that I've created is absolutely monstrous. Now, they're gonna have a lot of money, because it's Maserati. Their cars are gonna be fine, and their facilities are going to be pretty decent. Now, how decent? I think 2s across the board. Absolutely makes sense. No, they're gonna have a bad wind tunnel, I would say. They're gonna have a bad wind tunnel, and everything else is gonna be in 2s. Race Simulator is gonna be pretty good at, I believe. Their Race Simulator is gonna be as good as we can realistically set it. And they're gonna have a very good memorabilia team, and a very good weather center. Yeah, helipad, now we're gonna put this like this. Or, you know what? Don't even choose that. We will set this. Hospitality, memorabilia, and weather center is gonna be their greatest asset. Now, their car performance is gonna be mediocre. We're not gonna push too hard. We might even put it down one notch, but I'm thinking we'd go with that. Now, the drivers they're going to have. Now, we're gonna go for at least one Italian driver, which in this scenario I'll take as my first driver as Antonio Giovinazzi, and our second driver will be an F2 driver. There's two options. Someone from the Ferrari Academy, which would put us into the clutches of Ollie Behrman, or go for a driver that is gonna do well. It does well, generally speaking. Which is Robert Schwartzman. Now, Robert Schwartzman has done running in F2, which is great, and I think that's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna give two drivers that are both affiliated with Italian teams. Next important thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change race engineers to people from F2, because I do not want to kind of rob people from anywhere. So I'm gonna Gonna try to go for an 85 rated. 86. And we'll leave that. We'll leave sporting director as Arian Paler. He is pretty decent. Okay, good. We're not stealing, we're not poaching anyone in terms of main drivers or main people of the other teams. Next, we're gonna take the Ferrari engine. We could alternatively take the Renault engine and just see how far we go. But I think Ferrari engine is the most realistic. Now, this part I have done at least once. Our team color, our primary team color is going to be this dark blue, followed by this maroon red, and this white. That's going to be our final color. Now, our logo. Going to go for the preset. And here we have our Maserati logo. I'd taken a look into doing Andretti and Volkswagen, but Maserati seemed like the approach. That is going to be our logo. I can change that into color schemes as well, so I can, for special liveries, I will be changing that. I'm going to try to do special liveries as much as I can. Next. This is what we're going to have in terms of our pure color palette. This is going to be the color scheme that we're going to go with for our main first season. And there you have the race suit. Also looking very decent. Color livery, I am gonna edit for a moment. For a white, potentially. For a white, I think. I'm gonna put that into a white. And perhaps into a red, but I'm considering that red is not exactly a great choice, so I'm gonna go with white. And some things need to be changed on the fly, right? Okay. My name is Reigns. Last name Dodo Bird, and we're gonna be going not easy. Sorry, wrong direction. We're gonna be going hard mode. No. I value my sanity. I'm going standard. Not gonna push too hard. I'm not gonna make it too hard on myself. Just take it easy. Let's take a look at our car and everything else. And I'll let come back to you guys, giving you a quick rundown of what's going on. Okay, so with this, the main things that we need to discuss is the car. Our front wing is absolutely trash. For lack of a better word, it's shit. Our dirty air tolerance is also pretty bad. Again, front wing, that's where we're losing out. And our top speed is it's meh. So our main things we're going to be doing is rear wing, front wing, and underfloor. Those three are going to be our main things to focus on. We're going to focus with front wing on dirty air tolerance and low speed. Everything else can go down the drain. We will compensate the front wing with the rear wing upgrades and the underfloor upgrades. So anything we lose out in high speed, we will try to gain double of, if possible, in any other aspect. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get started with the first level of upgrades. The front wing. Coming on fire pretty quickly. Where we're going to put in, I think, at the moment, 2.2? 2.4. Let's do 2.4. And we'll put this on 30. 30 for the front wing, and we will literally go this, and airflow sensitivity is our main ones, and we will accept any level of performance. Tire preservation, we don't want to lose too much tire preservation. We'll try to keep that at a minimum, and I want to reduce any lifespan upgrades, so I don't want to lose the lifespan of the entire upgrade if I can help it. Essentially, that's what we're going to be doing. So this puts us at a very good position. Now, dirty air tolerance is affected by a lot. Now, this loses us a lot of performance. This gains performance in every aspect, and gains us enough positions in the dirty air tolerance, about the same as if we didn't go for a full-on upgrade path. Right? Why not? Right? Why not? I think we can go with that. And we'll put 2 people, 3 people. We'll put 3 people onto that. Get that one in. Rear wing will do the exact same. 2.4 and 30. Leaving us at 32 for the underfloor. This was supposed to be our medium and drag reduction. And the rest can go down. I don't want to lose out on any performance. If I can avoid it. Yeah, I'm not losing out on any performance overall, and it's gaining us some level of performance. I like it. We'll put 3 on that one as well. That means we'll have the front and rear wing coming in on the same day, which is good. We are also going to do we're going to do at least one circuit specific upgrade as well, which is going to be the rear wing, which is going to double again as which is an underfloor, and a rear wing, which is going to be the high speed upgrade. One upgrade for 1, 2, and 3. So I believe was the underfloor now that we have to do, if I'm not mistaken. Underfloor, yes. Underfloor is what the next one we need to put into the works. That means we'll put the rest of this into that. That's gonna give us high speed. Drag reduction we're not gonna touch. Airflow sensitivity I'm gonna leave as it is. And instead we are going to just see what kind of performance this gets us. 2 positions. If we reduce how much performance can we gain out of this? Okay. Loses 20.21, gains us 1 position, 4 positions, and loses us in every other aspect. Okay, so we go rear wing and just leave it at that. Does that give us performance? Yes, it does. But does that give us performance? No, it doesn't. I mean, it does in terms of pure statistics and aspects. I think that might be the best approach. Yeah, I think that might be the best approach. 0.03, losing out. It's gonna be the first major upgrade coming in, which means that by the time the Bahrain Grand Prix is done, we'll have everything else completed. Now, talking about contracts, there's two people that we need to sign new contracts with, which is our head of aerodynamics and our sporting director. The rest all have at least 3 years left on their contracts. Paul Rivera has 2 years, and the mentality is not so great, but it's okay. Our board feels that we are revered, so that's going to be important. They want us to get 6th or above, which we potentially could. Some decent race results we can. Now, this first season, I want to do a lot of simulating, so I'll come back in 2-3 races time, and then you will see how far we have done. If you want to see me manage these races myself, let me know in the comments. I could do that, and give you just a rundown of what happens when you start this kind of career. And with that, let's get into simulating to the Secure Grand Prix and the sponsor objectives as well. Sponsor negotiations, that's also very important at the moment. We've already spent a large sum of money. Wow, this is majorly improved. Okay, Abaos is the first major. Okay, they have a preference of things that need to happen. We get an upfront, a better upfront from Abaos. Let's do that. And facility effectiveness, what is that? That's manufacturing. Then we go for our core as our we got a crypto sponsor and we get an energy sponsor. We're not gonna go with Hendrick, because it's another manufacturing one. We're gonna go for Framstar as our main manufacturing thing. Let's not forget, Mirum Coin and Hendrix are the only ones that were not going to give us any money extra. Okay, so we've got 2 drivers that are supposedly very good. Now, we're going to go to car deliveries. I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to come back with a good looking car. Okay, and here we are with a brand new suit. With this suit looks absolutely baller, if I do say so myself. And the car, I think this is the money shot for the car, is very, very nice looking. It looks nice. There's some things that I would add if I could, but I'm not going to. It's fun. It's looking good. And with that, let's get into the race weekend. Sponsorship plan, we need to go with that. I think those 2 will be the only ones we'll do. I like that new stuff. This is the first day I've worked with this particular set of updates. So these updates have not been the same specifically. So I'm just taking a look at what's going on. We are set to not be doing great. Our possible best finish for this race is going to be 11th. So we'll see how it goes realistically. Let's take a look. We're going to put 14th as our best result and 15th for Schwartzman. And let's get into race weekend. Now, I'm simulating most of this first season, as I already said, so you will just see results. We'll talk about the results of what's going on, and that
F1
alike.
is back, ladies and gentlemen.
If you want to see this in the long run, let me know in the comments, and I'll do it for maybe the third or fourth race, because I record about 2 or 3 races in a row generally, and then upload, and then upload per race. So these videos are gonna be pretty short. This first episode is gonna part episode, whatever you wanna call it, is gonna be a little longer than most, just purely because it's very nuanced. It's purely because it's me describing everything that we're doing. So it's gonna be a lot of management stuff, hence F1 Manager. It's a lot of management stuff, so we'll see how it's going, and I'll let you guys know how and what to expect. So, after out qualifying 2 Mercedes cars, both Mercedes cars, and Robert Schwartzman getting into Q2, and even Q3 for that matter, and then not just running out of steam into Q3, we're in a very decent spot to get some points in the first race of the season with 64 and 69%. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the lap of fuel by 1, and the races I will be managing myself, but you guys will only see the results. It's because I want to see how it goes. If you want to see these later down the line, if you want to see the full races and me managing them, let me know in the comments, and we'll see how it goes. This is great. Giovinazzi didn't get lapped. So we could be on the lead lap.
As always, there will be lots to talk about after that race.
That's nice to know that we could have been on the lead lap. Okay, small mistake from Robert Schwartzman, but we could have had 13th and 14th on the grid as a final result. Constructors, we're 7th, right behind RB. RB for a moment was running in the points. With a slightly different strategy, we could have probably gotten up there with both drivers, but you didn't have that big of a thing. Antonio gets 4th place in terms of fastest pit stop, which puts us in 4th place. Not bad. A ways behind Red Bull, which got 43 out of the first race. If we can keep this up with our pit stops, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be absolutely in the money. Only 175k for that result. And with that, let's get into the next race. Thank you guys for watching. Just a small thing we're going to do for the next race, which is basically get an understanding of what to expect. 4 days, it's not a lot of time. The ATR period has started again, so as soon as we get our first underfloor upgrade coming in, we're going to start our next one, which is going to be our first major upgrade for the long run, which will probably be based on, I'd like to say, side pod and suspension, or suspension, because that's where we'll probably losing out the most. Suspension seems is gonna be where we lose out the most. So yeah, it's important. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. If you want to see these entire races that I do manage myself in its entirety, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, it's just going to be this brief review of what's going on. Peace out. Get out of here.